Let's go over some exercises that you can do for tennis elbow, which is when this part of your arm hurts. It means that some tendons in there are inflamed and there's too big of a burden being placed on them, and they're having these little micro tears in them, and that's not comfortable, and it also isn't a great idea just because it's the structures of your body kind of breaking down. So there are some exercises that you can do. There are things that you can do to reduce inflammation, like icing and heat and stuff like that, and promote the healing process. But it's important to have the right exercises at the right time also. So let me go ahead and show you something. The first one we're going to try is just a squeezing exercise. So you can buy rings like this on Amazon or just wherever. This is the lightest one. I got a pack of 3, and this was the easiest one. You always want to start with the easiest one. And basically what you're doing is you're just squeezing. So just find a position that feels good for your arm and just go ahead and squeeze it. So you might have to just kind of try different things, and you're just going to be doing a squeeze. The second thing that you're going to want to do is basically the opposite of squeezing, which is spreading your fingers. So this one came in the same kit that I got. This is the lightest one. But if you want to go lighter, you can start just by spreading your fingers just without any resistance, just kind of doing that. And if that's where your body needs to be, then go ahead and go with that. You can also wrap a rubber band around your fingers, and that's going to give you less resistance than one of these. I did find that this was a little bit much when I had more inflammation going on with my tennis elbow, but at some point this worked really well and it was fine. Also be aware that the further up your fingers that this thing slides, the easier the resistance is going to be. And just because of the way it's designed, it's going to slide up your fingers a little bit anyway. So basically, you're just spreading your fingers, just kind of doing like a little pinchy claw, and just in and out with the fingers. And on this one, the magic number is 30. You can break it up any way you want. You can do 3 sets of 10, you can do 2 sets of 15, you can do 1 set of 30. Or any combination in between that. So give this a try and let me know what you think. Another thing that you can do is just using an exercise band, and it doesn't have to be one of these TheraBand things. You can use an exercise tube, but you're just going to put a light tension on your band and you're going to do a little external rotation here. Just find a comfortable hand position for yourself. But you're going to feel just a little bit of resistance as you twist. So I'm gently pulling the band apart, but then twisting it. So I'm not like super pulling it, because then we'd have a whole lot of resistance there. We're just doing just a little gentle stretch. The number here is 30. You want to do 30 of those. Break it up into however many sets of however many you want to get to 30. The next thing you're going to want to do is an internal rotation. So just like the other one, but this time you start with your palms up and add your tension to it, and then you're going to internally rotate. So now we're working the opposing muscles to get our arms to rotate the other way. So these twisting motions, as long as they don't really bother what's going on in your elbow / tendons, that area, forearm, upper forearm, then you're going to be okay. So this one you're going to do 30 reps of. Break it up however you want, and there you go. Something else that's really helpful is forearm flexion and extension exercises. So forearm flexion right here and forearm extension right here. So just the ability to move your arm like this, strengthening muscles here, and just kind of balancing things out. Let's check them out. For this exercise, you're going to step on a piece of TheraBand, and what you're doing is you are grabbing the other end. You want to have a good amount of tension. So if you can't see it, I have my forearm resting on my knee, and then my wrist is going up and down. And you're going to want to do 30 of these ideally, and you can break that up into sets. You can go ahead and flip over, and you're just doing the same thing on the other side. So you're just creating that tension. You're going to want to do about 30 of these. You can break them into sets of 15, 2 sets of 15. You can break them into 3 sets of 10. The idea is to get a lot of them and create that endurance in your forearm. Stretches are also really helpful when you have tennis elbows. So there's just like a mobility thing that you can do, which is just a wrist roll. So you can roll your wrists about 30 times one way and about 30 times the other way. Break it up however you want. 3 sets of 10 is fine. 2 sets of 15 is fine. A set of 20 and a set of 10 is fine. You get the idea. A stretch that you want to try is you're going to go palm facing down, and then you're going to internally rotate it to where the thumb is facing down towards the floor. So you're supporting with this hand, internally rotating, and then with this hand, you're pulling towards you. So you're feeling a nice stretch in your forearm. It should go basically kind of that way across your arm and give you a light stretch where you need it. People feel a lot of relief from this one. This is a favorite of mine. I do it to this day, and it's been over 2 years since I went to physical therapy for my tennis elbow, so it's a good one. Another stretch that you can try is just with your palm down, just pulling your fingers towards you. This is going to stretch the muscles right here, and while they aren't actively involved in tennis elbow, it can be useful to kind of loosen up your muscles in your arm. Same thing, you can also start with your palm facing down and just pull your fingers up towards you. Maybe we'll get the thumb involved, see how that feels. Same thing, it's going to stretch the muscles in your forearm. It's good to keep those loose. I hope this information has been useful to you. Go ahead and drop a comment below. Let me know how you liked it. And while you're at it, hit the like, subscribe, notification buttons so that you stay updated every time that I drop a new video or want to teach you a new exercise. Thank you for watching.